Mike Bloomberg gave us what might be the greatest Freudian slip of all time in the South Carolina debate. And, it actually might not even be debatable that this is the greatest Freudian slip of all time. I'm ready to declare it officially. The debate is over. This is the greatest Freudian slip of all time. It's not even debatable.
Let's just go on the record. They talked about 40 Democrats. 21 of those were people that I spent $100 million to help elect. All of the new Democrats that came in and put Nancy Pelosi in charge and gave the Congress the ability to control this president, I got them. I got them.
You bought them. That's what he was saying. I bought them. I bought those Democrats. There you have it. A moment of honesty from Mike Bloomberg. Yeah, I buy politicians. This is what I do. I rig the political process in whatever direction I want to rig it. Now let me ask you a question. These specific Democrats that he's talking about, are these Democrats who are going to support Medicare for all and free college and a living wage and ending the wars and a Green New Deal and all these wonderful policies legalizing marijuana? No. These are the corporate Democrats. These are the Democrats who are going to side with the Republicans in every issue where the American people are overwhelmingly on the left. So, Mike, here's the thing. We don't want your help. We don't need your help. We don't agree with the candidates that you're shoving down our throats by pumping them up with an endless flow of cash. This is corruption. That's what this is. This is corruption. You bought them. Now, by the way, the other thing is, you know what he doesn't tell you? He also bought Republicans. He actually was very influential in funding Senate Republicans to keep the Senate right-leaning. I mean, this should come as a surprise to nobody. This is a dude who was backing in 2004, he backed George W. Bush. So, I mean, think about how wild that is. After having 4 years of George W. Bush and illegal wars and torture, he was like, yeah, I'm going to sign up for that again. This is who we're talking about here, man. So he goes up there, he acts like he's some sort of savior. No, you're a corrupt billionaire oligarch, and you're trying to make sure the Democratic Party aligns with your values, and your values are authoritarian, elitist, and against what the people want. And we've gone over it before. I don't want to go over it every single time we talk about Mike Bloomberg, but the evidence is overwhelming. I mean, this guy is the worst of the worst. This is a guy who literally banned feeding the homeless in New York City. It used to be the case that you had these bagel stores in New York City that would give their bagels at the end of the day. They donate them to homeless people. He banned that. Who does that? I'll tell you who does that. An authoritarian elitist. That's who does that. He banned big gulps as well. I don't think you should have large sodas because obesity is bad and I'm against this. Wouldn't you love, like, if somebody got Mike Bloomberg, hey, we're going to ban your, guilty pleasure, whatever it might be. Oh, do you have a drink at the end of every day? You have some gin or something? Banned. He'd be like, oh, how dare you? But when it's yours, I don't care about you. Ban it. This is a guy who said legalizing weed is, quote, the stupidest thing anybody's ever done. That's what he said. He compared free healthcare and education to, quote, a free pony. Mocking. Scoffing. He vetoed a minimum wage increase in New York City. This is the guy who's supposed to lead the Democratic Party, which is supposed to be the party of the workers. It's embarrassing. And by the way, a guy like Bloomberg, he would much rather have Trump get a second term than have Bernie Sanders win the election. It's true. So he's as big of a snake as they come, man. And that was the greatest Freudian slip of all time, because that is super true. Yeah, I bought them. I bought those Democrats. That's the problem, Mike. I love how I've seen articles now going after Bernie because Bernie says, I don't want Mike Bloomberg's money. There are articles going after him. Are you insane? You have to be corrupt because that's part of the system. That's how we play the game. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Is people in these elitist bubbles, they really don't get it. They really don't understand that everybody sees the game and we're sick of it and we want to change it. And it is the dumbest take of all to say, hey, that's just how it works. So what are you going to do? We have to continue to be corrupt. We have to continue to represent the will of corporations and billionaires that ignore the people, because that's just the way the game is played. Well, thankfully, we have a candidate that's running now who wants to change the game.